Focus on yourself, not others, the secret to success and self-mastery. The world is full of distractions. The noise around you, the opinions of others, the expectations, and the constant pull to compare your life to everyone else's can be overwhelming. But here's the truth. None of that matters. The secret to unlocking your full potential, to mastering your life and achieving success lies in one simple idea. Focus on yourself. The journey to success begins within. It starts with you taking the time to get to know yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your dreams, and your purpose. This self-awareness is the foundation upon which you build everything else. Without it, you're simply walking through life without direction, hoping things will work out. But here's the real game changer. Stop looking at others and measuring your progress against theirs. The moment you start comparing yourself to others, you lose sight of your own unique path. Everyone is on their own journey, and your progress will look different from theirs. When you stop focusing on what others are doing and start focusing on what you need to do, everything changes. Success doesn't happen by chance. It requires hard work, discipline, and consistency. It's not about quick wins or shortcuts. It's about the small daily actions you take to build yourself up, even when no one is watching. Success is a result of staying the course, even when it feels like you're not seeing immediate results. The key is to keep going and to do so with unwavering dedication. Your mindset is another powerful tool you have at your disposal. You must learn to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Obstacles are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones that, if approached correctly, will elevate you to the next level. The moment you change the way you think about difficulties is the moment you gain the power to turn them into your greatest assets. You must learn to master your energy. Where your energy goes, your results will follow. So invest in yourself, read the books, take the courses. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. Your growth is your responsibility, and once you commit to investing in yourself, you'll begin to see the world around you transform. Remember this, success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a journey that starts by focusing on you. When you dedicate yourself to mastering your mind, your habits, and your energy, the world will begin to align with your efforts. The secret to success? It's simple: focus on yourself, not others. Do the work, stay consistent, embrace growth, and above all, trust the process. You are capable of greatness. It's time to take action. Focus on your path. The world is waiting for you to show up as the best version of yourself. Self-awareness is the first and most important step toward success and self-mastery. It is the key to unlocking your true potential. And yet it's something most people overlook or underestimate. In a world full of distractions, comparisons, and external noise, self-awareness is the compass that keeps you grounded and focused on the right path. You begin to discover what drives you, what excites you, and what holds you back. You start to notice your strengths and talents, but also your weaknesses, limitations, and fears. This understanding helps you make better decisions, set more realistic goals, and most importantly, create a roadmap for your life that is uniquely yours. Self-awareness goes beyond surface-level reflection. It involves deep introspection and an honest examination of your beliefs, values, and habits. Without this awareness, it's easy to drift through life, chasing after goals that aren't aligned with your true desires. Too often, we are influenced by society's standards of success, by the expectations of our families, or by what we see on social media. This causes us to pursue paths that aren't truly our own, leading to frustration, burnout, and in many cases, failure. The first step to self-awareness is recognizing that you are in control of your own life. You must stop looking outward for validation and start looking inward. Ask yourself questions like, what do I really want? What brings me fulfillment? What am I passionate about? By being honest with yourself, you can start to design a life that is authentically yours, rather than one dictated by the opinions and influences of others. Knowing yourself also means understanding your strengths and weaknesses. This awareness allows you to play to your strengths and work on improving your weaknesses. It gives you the clarity to know where to focus your energy and resources. For example, if you recognize that you're particularly good at problem solving, you can make that your primary focus and look for opportunities that allow you to leverage that skill. Similarly, if you know that you struggle with time management, you can take proactive steps to improve that area of your life. The beauty of self-awareness is that it helps you build confidence. When you know who you are, You become more confident in your decisions, actions, and abilities. This confidence is crucial for success because it empowers you to take risks, make bold moves, and step outside of your comfort zone. Without self-awareness, it's easy to doubt yourself or second-guess every decision, which ultimately stunts your growth and progress. Another vital aspect of self-awareness is recognizing your emotional triggers. Understanding what makes you angry, anxious, or upset gives you the power to manage your emotions better. You can learn to respond to situations rather than react impulsively, which helps you stay calm and focused in high-pressure situations. This emotional intelligence is essential for both personal and professional growth, as it enables you to handle challenges with grace and poise. Self-awareness also allows you to identify patterns in your behavior that may be holding you back. Perhaps you consistently procrastinate when it comes to important tasks, or maybe you shy away from opportunities because of fear of failure. By becoming aware of these patterns, you can begin to change them. The key to personal growth is breaking free from self-limiting behaviors and adopting new, more productive habits. This requires patience and dedication, but it all starts with the awareness that something needs to change. Self-awareness helps you align your actions with your values. When you are clear about what is most important to you in life, it becomes easier to make decisions that are in harmony with your core beliefs. For instance, if family is a high priority for you, you will make intentional decisions to ensure that you maintain a healthy work-life balance. On the other hand, if financial independence is a top priority, you'll work hard to develop the necessary skills and take the actions needed to achieve that goal. This alignment between values and actions ensures that you are living a life that feels authentic and fulfilling. Self-awareness gives you the ability to reflect on your progress and adjust your course when necessary. You're not locked into one path or plan. Life is fluid, and as you grow and evolve, your goals and aspirations may shift. Self-awareness allows you to recognize when a change is needed and gives you the clarity to make adjustments without feeling lost or uncertain. You learn to trust your instincts and make decisions based on where you are in life, not where you feel you should be. The journey to self-awareness is ongoing. It's not a destination that you reach once and for all. As you evolve and grow, you will discover new aspects of yourself, and that self-awareness will deepen. The key is to remain open to learning more about yourself and to embrace this process of self-discovery. The more you understand who you are, the more equipped you will be to navigate life's challenges and seize opportunities. Self-awareness is the foundation of success and self-mastery. Without it, you are simply reacting to life's circumstances and the expectations of others. With it, you take control of your life, make conscious decisions, and move forward with confidence. It allows you to align your actions with your values, break free from self-limiting patterns, and continuously grow as an individual. The better you know yourself, the more powerful you become in shaping your own destiny. One of the most critical aspects of achieving success and self-mastery is the ability to avoid comparison. In today's world, where social media is constantly feeding us images of others' seemingly perfect lives, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to those around us. Whether it's comparing your career to a peer's, your physical appearance to someone else's, or your achievements to another person's, comparison can be a silent killer of progress. But here's the harsh truth. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it can cripple your chances of reaching your potential. The reason comparison is so dangerous is that it causes you to measure your worth based on someone else's journey. When you compare yourself to others, you often overlook the fact that everyone has their own unique set of circumstances, struggles, and timelines. No one's story is identical to yours. Yet when you place your life side by side with someone else's, you start to believe that their success is the benchmark you should be striving for. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, self-doubt, and even jealousy, which only derail you from your path. Instead of focusing on what others are doing, it's crucial to shift your mindset and focus solely on your own progress. You need to develop an understanding that your journey is uniquely yours, and it doesn't need to look like anyone else's. Every person has a different starting point, different challenges to overcome, and different opportunities to seize. What works for someone else might not work for you, and vice versa. So when you find yourself comparing your journey to others, remember that it's not a fair comparison in the first place. The process of comparison also steals your focus from what you can control, your own growth. When you are consumed with what someone else has achieved, you lose sight of your own abilities, goals, and potential. You may even start to believe that you're not good enough or that you will never reach the same level of success. But that's simply not true. Success doesn't happen because you mimic someone else's path. It happens when you focus on your strengths, your ambitions, and your unique abilities. Your growth should never be dependent on someone else's timeline. As long as you're moving forward at your own pace, you are making progress. Comparison can lead to feelings of anxiety and burnout. You may push yourself too hard, trying to replicate someone else's success, and in doing so, ignore your own well-being. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that if you're not achieving the same milestones as someone else at the same time, you're falling behind. But success is not a race. It's a personal journey, and your pace is yours to set. Trying to speed up or force your way forward based on someone else's success can leave you feeling exhausted, frustrated, and disillusioned. Constant comparison often causes us to focus on superficial qualities. In the age of social media, it's easy to get caught up in the highlight reels of other people's lives. People tend to showcase only their successes, their best moments, and their ideal selves, which creates a distorted view of reality. The truth is, everyone has struggles, setbacks, and imperfections. When you compare yourself to what you see online or in the lives of others, you are comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. This never leads to a fair or accurate comparison. When you choose to stop comparing yourself to others, you free yourself to focus on your own path. You begin to invest your energy into what you can control, your actions, your mindset, and your goals. This focus will allow you to make decisions that are aligned with your values and ambitions, rather than trying to live up to an external standard set by others. Instead of measuring your success by how you stack up against others, you measure it by how far you've come from where you started. This shift in focus is liberating. It allows you to embrace your own journey with pride and confidence, knowing that you are doing the work required to build the life you want. It removes the pressure of trying to keep up with others, and it gives you the freedom to go at your own pace. Success becomes a personal and fulfilling pursuit, rather than a race you are constantly struggling to keep up with. The most important thing to remember when you feel the urge to compare yourself to others is that you are already on the right path. Your progress, your growth, and your success are dependent on you, not on the people around you. Instead of comparing, start celebrating your own milestones. Acknowledge every step you take forward, no matter how small it may seem. As you do this, you'll find that your confidence and motivation will grow, and you'll become less focused on what others are doing and more focused on your own personal development. The only person you should ever compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. If you are growing, learning, and improving every day, then you are on the right path. Keep your focus on that, and success will naturally follow. Success and self-mastery are often seen as the result of talent or luck, but the truth is that they are the result of one key factor: discipline and consistency. These two qualities are the pillars that support all long-term achievement. It's not the grand gestures or sudden breakthroughs that lead to success. It's the small, everyday actions that add up over time. Discipline and consistency are what turn dreams into reality, what transform aspirations into accomplishments. They are the secret ingredients that separate those who achieve from those who only dream. Discipline is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the capacity to stay focused on your goals and stick to your plan, even when the initial excitement is worn off, and the results aren't immediately visible. Discipline requires you to develop a habit of consistency, of showing up every single day, regardless of circumstances. It's about creating a structure in your life that allows you to make progress, even when motivation is low or life throws challenges your way. On the other hand, is the act of showing up day after day, no matter what. It's about making a commitment to yourself and your goals and following through on that commitment, even when it feels like you're not making any progress. Success doesn't come from sporadic bursts of effort. It comes from the steady, consistent actions you take day in and day out. When you are consistent in your efforts, no matter how small they may seem, you build momentum. That momentum turns small steps into massive leaps forward. Discipline and consistency create a powerful force that propels you towards success. When you commit to doing the work consistently, you start to see the compound effect of your efforts. Small actions add up over time, and before you know it, you've made significant progress. But this requires a commitment to the process, not just the outcome. It requires trusting that the daily effort will eventually pay off, even when the rewards aren't immediately apparent. One of the biggest challenges people face when it comes to discipline and consistency is the desire for instant results. We live in a world of instant gratification where we can get nearly everything we want with the touch of a button. But success doesn't work that way. Success doesn't work that way. Building something meaningful takes time, effort, and patience. It's easy to get discouraged when you don't see immediate results, but the truth is that success is a long-term game. It requires endurance and the ability to keep going when the going gets tough. Discipline and consistency also help you build resilience. When you make a habit of showing up, no matter the circumstances, you become more mentally tough. You learn how to handle adversity, how to stay focused in the face of challenges, and how to keep pushing forward when it feels like you're not making progress. Resilience is a key trait of successful people, and it is developed through consistent, disciplined effort. You need to develop a mindset that values discipline and consistency. Recognize that success is not about finding shortcuts or quick fixes. It's about committing to the daily actions that will lead you to your goals. As you build this habit of showing up, no matter what, you'll find that success becomes inevitable. The more consistent you are, the more you'll build momentum, and the closer you'll get to mastering your craft and achieving your dreams. Keep going, stay disciplined, and trust the process. One of the foundational elements of achieving true success and self-mastery is developing the ability to maintain a disciplined and consistent approach to your goals. Discipline is the art of doing the things that you know are necessary to achieve your desired outcome, even when the initial excitement fades and the path gets difficult. It is about cultivating the strength to carry on, even when motivation wanes or when distractions arise. Discipline is more than just a habit. It is a mindset that drives you to continue, regardless of external factors, because you understand that long-term results are built on the small actions you take each day. The first key to discipline is establishing clear, specific goals. Without clarity on where you want to go, it becomes incredibly difficult to stay disciplined. You must have a precise vision of your destination, a clear understanding of what success looks like for you. Once your goals are set, you create a plan of action that aligns with those objectives. This plan serves as your roadmap, reminding you of what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. If you don't have a plan, you will inevitably veer off track, get lost in distractions, or delay your progress due to a lack of direction. Discipline requires self-control. The world around us is full of distractions, social media, entertainment, and a constant stream of notifications. These distractions can easily pull you away from the task at hand. However, someone who is disciplined understands that these distractions, while they may offer short-term gratification, do nothing to help you achieve your long-term goals. Instead of giving in to the temptation of the easy and the comfortable, disciplined individuals choose to stay focused, to do what needs to be done, even when it's hard or unpleasant. This kind of self-control is not about denying yourself pleasure, but rather about prioritizing the activities that will bring you closer to your goals in the long run. Equally important to discipline is the habit of consistency. Consistency is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's not about doing one great thing once in a while. It's about showing up and putting in the work day in and day out, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Consistency is the steady, unrelenting progress that compounds over time. Even on days when motivation is low, consistent individuals find a way to take at least one small step toward their goal. They don't allow themselves to fall into the trap of perfectionism, nor do they give themselves an excuse to procrastinate. They understand that small, consistent actions lead to big results over time. The power of consistency is often underestimated because results may not be immediately visible. It's easy to become discouraged when you don't see instant progress, but the truth is progress is often invisible at first. Consistency ensures that even on days when the results don't seem significant, you are still moving forward. Over time, these small actions add up and produce massive results. Just imagine saving a small amount of money every month, exercising for just 20 minutes each day, or reading a few pages of a book every day. While the individual efforts may seem trivial at first, they compound and lead to a huge transformation in the long run. You create a powerful force that propels you towards success. Discipline ensures that you do the right things, even when you don't feel like it, while consistency ensures that you keep doing those things, no matter what. This combination of qualities leads to steady, incremental progress that adds up to extraordinary results. But consistency and discipline require patience. Success is not immediate, and it's easy to give up when you don't see results right away. But those who are successful understand that results are the byproduct of continuous effort, and they stay committed to their goals, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The beauty of this approach is that it's sustainable. Rather than relying on bursts of motivation or waiting for the perfect conditions, you are building habits that can carry you through tough times. Even when you're not feeling motivated, you continue to take action because discipline and consistency have become ingrained in your routine. Over time, these habits become second nature and success becomes inevitable. The key is to commit to a routine, stick with it even when it gets tough, and trust the process. While there may be moments of doubt or days when progress seems slow, those who remain disciplined and consistent will see results that others who take shortcuts or quit too soon will never experience. The difference between success and failure is often not the amount of talent or intelligence someone has, but the willingness to show up consistently day after day with discipline and focus. One of the most powerful tools for achieving success and self-mastery is developing a mindset that embraces challenges and sees them as opportunities for growth. The way you think about obstacles can determine whether they become roadblocks or stepping stones in your journey towards success. A fixed mindset where you believe your abilities are set in stone and that challenges are to be avoided will limit your potential. On the other hand, a growth mindset allows you to see challenges as opportunities to develop, learn, and improve. This shift in thinking is what propels successful people to continue moving forward, even in the face of adversity. The first step in developing a growth mindset is understanding that challenges are a natural part of the process. No one achieves success without facing setbacks and obstacles. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is their response to these challenges. People with a growth mindset don't shy away from difficulties. They embrace them. They know that failure is not permanent and that it's simply part of the learning process. Every challenge is an opportunity to gain experience, refine skills, and build resilience instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Successful individuals with a growth mindset ask, what can I learn from this? And how can I use this to grow? Another key aspect of a growth mindset is the willingness to take risks and step out of your comfort zone. Success rarely comes from playing it safe. It comes from taking calculated risks, trying new things, and failing forward. When you have a growth mindset, you understand that failure is not a reflection of your worth or ability. It's just a part of the journey. Instead of being afraid of failure, you begin to see it as a stepping stone to success. Every time you fail, you gather valuable information that helps you refine your approach, and you become more capable in the process. Over time, your ability to take risks and navigate failure becomes one of your greatest strengths. A growth mindset helps you maintain persistence and resilience in the face of adversity. Life will never be without its difficulties, but with a growth mindset, you develop the mental toughness to keep going when things get tough. Rather than giving up or becoming discouraged, you keep pushing forward, learning from each experience, and growing stronger with every challenge. This resilience is essential for long-term success, as it allows you to stay focused on your goals, even when obstacles arise. Adopting a growth mindset also means being open to feedback and criticism. People with a fixed mindset often see feedback as a personal attack, whereas those with a growth mindset see it as a valuable opportunity to improve. Constructive criticism is a tool for growth, not something to be avoided or feared. The more you are open to feedback, the more you can refine your skills and become better at what you do. Embracing feedback allows you to continually evolve and get closer to your goals. Developing a growth mindset requires you to stay patient and persistent. Results do not come overnight, and the road to success is rarely a straight line. However, those with a growth mindset understand that progress takes time and that every step forward is a step in the right direction. They trust the process and know that if they keep putting in the effort and learning from their experiences, success will eventually come. Patience, combined with a growth mindset, is a recipe for lasting success. The key to achieving success is not avoiding challenges, but embracing them. When you see obstacles as opportunities to grow and improve, you open the door to limitless potential. A growth mindset is the foundation of resilience, perseverance, and continuous learning. By shifting your mindset and seeing every challenge as a chance to evolve, you will unlock your true potential and pave the way for lasting success. The importance of prioritizing your own goals and focusing on your personal growth cannot be overstated. It's easy to get distracted by the achievements and progress of others, especially in today's hyper-connected world where everyone's successes are often just a click away. However, constantly looking outward for validation or comparing yourself to others will only serve to distract you from the path to your own success. The truth is, the only person you should be concerned with is yourself. Focusing on your personal growth and working towards your own goals without the constant need for comparison is the real secret to self-mastery and long-term success. When you constantly measure your progress against that of others, you risk losing sight of your own potential. This mindset fosters feelings of inadequacy, self-doubt, and even envy, all of which can undermine your motivation and prevent you from making meaningful progress. What's important to understand is that everyone has their own timeline, their own challenges, and their own pace. Just because someone else is seemingly ahead of you doesn't mean you are falling behind. In fact, comparing your journey to theirs can often cloud your perspective and take you off course. You need to recognize that your life and your success are entirely unique to you. Focusing on yourself means learning to define success on your own terms. Rather than trying to live up to external standards or trying to fit into a mold that society has set for you, you must take the time to determine what success means for you personally. Success looks different for everyone, and what fulfills one person may not necessarily bring the same level of fulfillment to another. By defining your own goals and working towards them, you empower yourself to take control of your future and shape it according to your own values, passions, and desires. This requires a deep understanding of yourself, what you want, why you want it, and how you plan to achieve it. Self-awareness is the key to this understanding. When you are clear about your values, strengths, and weaknesses, you can make decisions that align with your authentic self. Instead of following the crowd or being influenced by the opinions of others, you make choices that move you toward your personal vision of success. This process requires courage because it often means going against the grain and stepping away from the expectations placed on you by others. But in doing so, you create a life that is deeply fulfilling and meaningful to you. Focusing on your own journey means eliminating distractions and becoming intentional with your time and energy. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in the noise and distractions that surround us. Whether it's scrolling through social media, worrying about what others think, or constantly comparing our progress to that of our peers. But when you focus on your own path, you begin to prioritize the things that truly matter. You stop wasting time on things that won't help you achieve your goals, and instead focus on actions that align with your vision of success. This intentionality creates space for growth and progress, allowing you to move forward with purpose and clarity. It's also important to understand that focusing on yourself doesn't mean being selfish or dismissing the needs of others. It simply means that you understand your own worth and are committed to your own personal development. By investing in yourself and prioritizing your own goals, you become a better version of yourself, and in turn, you are better equipped to help and support others along the way. Focusing on yourself isn't about neglecting others. It's about ensuring that you are at your best so that you can contribute to the world in a meaningful way. Another aspect of focusing on yourself is the ability to embrace your own unique journey without constantly seeking approval or validation from others. Society often imposes a narrow definition of success, and it's easy to get swept up in the desire to meet those societal expectations. However, the moment you stop seeking approval and start focusing on your own personal goals, you free yourself from the constraints of external validation. You begin to trust your own instincts, make decisions that are right for you, and pursue the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Focusing on your own journey also means being patient with yourself. Success doesn't happen overnight, and there will be times when you encounter setbacks or face obstacles. Rather than comparing yourself to others who may seem to be moving faster or achieving more, embrace the idea that your journey is your own. Growth takes time, and each small step you take is an important part of the process. It's important to celebrate your progress, even if it feels slow, and recognize that every effort you make brings you closer to your ultimate goal. The key to success and self-mastery is to stop worrying about what others are doing and focus on your own path. By prioritizing your own goals, staying true to yourself, and eliminating distractions, you give yourself the best chance at achieving your own version of success. The more you focus on your own growth and development, the more you will realize that your true competition is not others. It's the person you were yesterday. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, success will naturally follow. Consistency is often touted as one of the most important ingredients for success, and for good reason. While talent, luck, and intelligence may contribute to success in some instances, it's consistency that truly separates those who achieve from those who fall short. Being consistent means showing up day after day, putting in the work, and making steady progress toward your goals, regardless of the challenges you face or the results you see along the way. This ability to keep going, even when the process feels slow or difficult, is what ultimately leads to lasting success. The first step toward consistency is developing a routine or system that supports your goals. Having a clear structure to your day allows you to allocate your time and energy efficiently, ensuring that you stay focused on what matters most. It's easy to get distracted by the many demands of life, but with a solid routine, you can prioritize the activities that will bring you closer to your goals. Whether it's setting aside time each morning to work on your business, exercising regularly, or dedicating specific hours to study, having a set routine gives you the framework you need to make steady progress. The power of consistency lies in its ability to compound over time. Just like investing small amounts of money regularly leads to significant returns in the long run, small, consistent efforts lead to massive results when sustained over time. One day of effort won't make a big difference, but when you keep showing up and doing the work day after day, the impact becomes exponential. This is why consistency is so powerful. It's not about the big breakthroughs or sudden moments of success, but rather the accumulation of small actions that add up to something extraordinary. Consistency also builds momentum. When you commit to showing up every day, even when it's difficult, you create a sense of momentum that propels you forward. On the days when motivation is lacking, consistency ensures that you don't skip a beat. It's easy to let one day slip, then another, and then another. But once you start breaking the chain of consistency, it becomes harder to get back on track. This is why consistency is so vital, because it prevents you from falling off course and keeps you moving forward, even when your energy or enthusiasm is low. Consistency builds discipline. It's easy to get excited about a new project or goal, but the real challenge lies in sticking with it over the long haul. Developing consistency in your actions strengthens your discipline and keeps you on track, even when things get tough. This discipline becomes an integral part of your character, and over time, it becomes second nature. You stop relying on motivation and instead rely on the habit of showing up and doing the work no matter how you feel in the moment. Consistency fosters resilience. Success is rarely a straight path. There will be setbacks, failures, and times when things don't go as planned. But when you are consistent, you develop the mental toughness to persevere through these challenges. Instead of giving up when things get tough, consistency teaches you to keep going, to learn from mistakes, and to adapt as you go along. This resilience is one of the most valuable traits you can develop on the path to success. Consistency is the key to long-term success. It's not about making grand gestures or achieving instant results, but about showing up every day and doing the work, no matter the circumstances. By developing a consistent routine, building momentum, and fostering discipline and resilience, you can achieve any goal you set for yourself. Success isn't about luck. It's about the steady, persistent actions you take each day. With consistency, you will reach your goals and experience success beyond your imagination. Taking responsibility for your own life and actions is one of the most powerful and liberating things you can do for your success and self-mastery. Often, people tend to blame external circumstances, other people, or even fate for their challenges and lack of progress. However, the truth is that your ability to take full ownership of your actions, choices, and results is what truly sets you apart in your journey towards success. When you shift your mindset from one of blame to one of accountability, you empower yourself to create meaningful change and take control of your life. The first step in taking responsibility is accepting that you are the architect of your own life. Everything you experience, both positive and negative, is a direct result of the decisions you've made, whether consciously or subconsciously. When you acknowledge that your life is shaped by your own choices, you take the first step toward empowerment. No one else is responsible for your happiness, success, or fulfillment. It's entirely up to you. This realization can be uncomfortable, but it's also incredibly freeing. It means that if you don't like where you are in life, you have the power to change it. It means that you have the ability to choose differently, think differently, and act differently. When you fully embrace the power of choice, you unlock the potential for personal transformation.